Welcome back, my duelist friends. Casual Duelist here, and it is Wednesday, so obviously, happy Wednesday, my friends. So, yesterday we did another anime Singleton style build. We did it for Joey Wheeler, so I thought, hey, if Joey gets one, you know who else should get one? Seto Kaiba. But you'll notice I put Singleton question mark, and you guys are probably going to figure this out because, it's Seto Kaiba. Technically, he has three of something that are like ultra legendary in their world. And since it's anime styled deck, he technically did have three of the four. So we're going to play a Blue Eyes slash like OG Kaiba Dragons build, which is fine. It's different. It's 20 cards. The only hard part about this was like deciding which were actually going to make the cut. So skill wise, we're going to use good old fashioned Dragon Caller. You guys probably remember this once per duel. You can either, when you normal summon Lord of D, add a Flute of Summoning from deck or grave to hand, or reveal Flute of Summoning from hand to grab Lord of D from deck or hand to the graveyard, or deck or graveyard to the hand. So one way or the other, you are going to be playing that combination, and it makes a lot of sense because we're going to be breaking so many rules because, screw the rules. Kaiba has money, right? So first and foremost, you guys better be playing a full trio. I know it's a Singleton build, but play the full trio of his Blue Eyes White Dragons. Okay, strongest main deck card, I think before Battle City was released, at which point, obviously, Obelisk gets higher than 3,000. Hamon and Raviel are both going to sit at 4K as well. And I do think there was maybe like one other card that like really gets close to 3K. But again, it's iconic. You can't play Kaiba without playing three of those, even in a Singleton format. Sorry. Next up, we are going to be running Kaiser Glider. It's another one of his favorite dragons. It's one of the ones I liked a little while ago when I thought we were going to get a few more monarchs, and then we just didn't. Kaiser Glider cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster that has the same attack value as it. If this is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, target a monster card on the field and return that target to the hand. So it either wins, it draws, at which point it still wins, or it loses, and the other monster gets off the field anyway. So again, good dragon, great dragon, love it. Next up, Kaiser Seahorse. Gotta play it. It, as a single monster, can be used as two tributes for the tribute summon of a light monster, Blue Eyes White Dragon, as well as maintaining a very high power base at 1,700. So again, really cool stuff. Second, one of the cards I was on the fence about, and you guys could absolutely take it out for your build if you guys want another spell or trap card. I chose to put in Lao Jin, Mystical Genie of the Lamp. He's 18. He's really cool. He's been around since like the first starter deck. So again, I just felt he earned his spot here like he has in the past. And so I play the Mystical Genie. Next up, Lord of D, Lord of Dragons. You got to play him. He's part of the Dragon Caller strategy. Again, you guys could choose to not do Dragon Caller and drop the Blue Eyes White Dragons down to 1, at which point you will also remove this and the Flute. And you guys can also play as, I want to say the skill was Beatdown. Had to do more with Tribute Monsters. It's another fun way to do this. If you guys want, maybe I'll do that deck later on. Maybe even next week. You guys vote on the comments section down below on whether or not you want that. And again, since he's Kaiba, he's full of money, it stands to reason he would have cards the same as everybody else. So we're going to allow him to not only have the regular Luster Dragon, but also Luster Dragon number 2. Now, I do know that we put this into Joey deck to raise the power ceiling, but it makes more sense. And I think Kaiba actually does use this during the show, as well as Luster number 2. But it makes sense, adds more tributes. They're both very powerful. Next up, the Mirage Dragon. Because again, he's like the master of dragons. Makes sense that we would place a lot of dragons in the deck. This one is great because the opponent can no longer activate traps during the battle phase while this card remains face up on the field. And I think I put this in Warwolf together as a Deckmaster Monday once. And again, they deserve the spot. They do. Next up, another new card. And again, it makes sense. Kaiba would have the money to buy any card he wants. Totem Dragon, the way this one works, may be treated as 2 tributes for the tribute summon of a dragon monster. Once per turn during standby, if this is in the graveyard, and all monsters in the grave are dragon, which may or may not happen based on the Lord of Dragons, Kaiser, Seahorse, and Lao Jin. But if they are, then you can special summon this in attack mode, banish it when it leaves the field. You must control no monsters to activate and resolve this effect. But what this does is if you start with this and a Blue Eyes, you can set it, let your opponent do their thing, your turn, go directly into your Totem Dragon again, tribute summon into Blue Eyes, and just start going to town with White Lightning. So, could be fun. Last monster again. This is almost as iconic as the Blue Eyes in Lao Jin for Mr. Kaiba, and that would be his Vorse Raider. Again, just love the card. You guys don't have to include it. Honestly, this is like too many monsters for my own personal liking. So again, it's real easy to trim this down. If you guys want to go true Singleton and remove 2 Blue Eyes, I think it would drop this to closer to 10 monster cards, at which point you'd have like a half and half monsters to spell trap. It's a better ratio. Next up, spells. Went a little bit light. We have the Dragon's Gunfire again. Either we're going to pop 800 damage, which again in this deck is going to be more or less like an endgame move, or you could destroy a monster that has 800 or less defense. Shrink, as Kaiba really uses this with, I want to say he uses this on Vorse Raider at some point in order to invoke the Crush card. So that was pretty cool. Stamping Destruction, again, we kind of want to have a back row destroyer. And again, since it's a very dragon-themed build, this makes a lot of sense. The Flute of Summoning has to be in here in order for the skill card to even make sense. And in our 4 traps, we're going to be using a copy of Dragon's Rage. All dragons can inflict piercing now. Dragon's Rebirth again, because again, this will allow us to play any one of the Blue Eyes. The Negate Attack, Evil Kaiba, the Darkness in Kaiba, definitely used this trap card during the Duelist Kingdom set, and therefore is locked in a place to be in this deck. And again, once or twice, this deck is not going to draw well. And this would be the one time that help you. And then again, because he's just so wealthy, we're going to give him the Wall of Disruption as well. You guys know this trap. You know what it does. You know it puts a hurt on just every deck that it faces. And again, just feels very Kaiba, very overpowered. So even though there's not a lot of spell traps, there's enough. Real quick, if you guys enjoyed this and you guys want this deck list, either pause the video real quick and make some notes, or if you guys are on mobile or a tablet or something that can do it, maybe go ahead and take a screenshot. Everything's in view for you. The disembodied hands are not waving at the moment. So now would be a great chance for that. Additionally, if you did enjoy it, help us out. Give us a like, a comment, maybe a subscription if we've deserved it today, if we earned it. And then if you want to help us buy more sleeves and stuff to help us, get the rest of the collection looking good, I'll leave the link to the Buy Me a Coffee down below. But most importantly, and this is the one thing you have to do. You have to do it. You watched too late. You watched too much of the video. You have to do this. What you have to do is go and enjoy the rest of your day, my friends. Again, you are on YouTube. There are plenty of videos out there to be watched, and they're just waiting for you. I have plenty on here myself. There's other great quality content makers out there. You go check them out as well. But most importantly, I'm just worried about mental health. I want you guys to do this for your health, okay? Go do something that you enjoy. Make some time for yourself. You're worth it, and I need you guys to know that. I need you to understand that. So until next time, have a great day. Hope to see you guys next time.